Am I the first male critic to love and defend Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel, directed by Anna Boden and Rob Fleck, and is the 21st MCU movie overall, as well as the first ever female-led MCU movie, so the MCU's version of Wonder Woman. So Captain Marvel tells the story taking place before any of the previous MCU movies that came before it. It focuses on Carol Danvers / Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, and she is involved in this war with the Skrulls. One day she's captured by the Skrulls, but luckily escapes and falls to Earth in the 90s, the decade I came into the world, and she teams up with the future director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and her Creed Lee's and mentor Yoda Rugg, played by Jude Law, is searching for her on Earth, and as is Ben Mendelsohn's Talos, the leader of the Skrulls, and at the same time Carol is having flashbacks to her past and who she truly was, and it turns out she was a former US pilot. And there's a dramatic twist to this tale which I won't spoil, as Carol chooses her identity and becomes the Thanos Slayer, Captain Marvel herself. Also, happy belated International Women's Day 2019 to you all. It was a perfect decision to release Captain Marvel on International Women's Day, and I'm just going to address all the bullshit controversy. I am saying fuck you, controversy. You are not going to prevent me from loving this movie and going into it with a total open mind. Captain Marvel, ever since the trailers, has been sadly the most hated MCU movie ever made, period. And I'm like, all this hate is unnecessary. It's the first ever female-led MCU movie. That's a good thing, isn't it? I have been defending this movie from the trailers, and after seeing the reviews for myself, thankfully the female critics are siding with this movie and loving it. Sadly, the male critics are more critical of it and are calling it meh. But I am siding with the female critics here 100%. So I'm not calling anybody who doesn't like Captain Marvel sexist in any way, shape or form. If you don't like this movie, that's okay. Film is subjective. But to those who are going as far as calling it the worst MCU movie, you're too harshly judging it. So Iron Man 2 is an infinitely worse movie. Captain Marvel, to me, I absolutely freaking loved it. So, every single millisecond. This is the best MCU movie ever made, period. And I'm not afraid to say that. This is going to be the most positive review from a male critic yet. I have 50% of my subscribers are female, and they are awesome. So you ladies will especially love Captain Marvel. In fact, both genders can love this movie. So even to my male subscribers, I say give this one a chance. It's more than worth it. Let me get to my infinite positives about this true superhero landmark. Brie Larson as Captain Marvel herself. Screw the haters. Brie Larson can do no wrong. She is freaking epic, and she is freaking epic and makes for a perfect Carol Danvers / Captain Marvel. I will always defend the casting of Brie Larson, and she is hands down the best MCU protagonist, no matter what the haters say. And she has a backstory that will make you just cry. A tidal wave of tears for her that will make you want to stand by her side and hug her and just cheer whenever she is kicking multitudes of arse. Yeah, especially when she is kicking ass and she's in her Captain Marvel suit. You're like, Thanos, get the fuck out of here, dude. Rest in peace, Thanos. Yeah, and I pray she is the one to defeat Thanos in Endgame. I cannot wait to see that fight between her and Thanos in Endgame in April. And she isn't a Mary Sue. She does have conflicted decisions. And yeah, this is how you write a awesome protagonist in general. And yeah, she is totally my favourite part of this movie. And in second place, Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. Best he has ever been in the MCU. I loved seeing a younger Nick Fury. The CGI to make him look younger. It is as impressive as how they made Judy Garland look younger than she was back in the Wizard of Oz. And yeah, Nick Fury in the other MCU movies, he's a badass, don't get me wrong. But where was his character? I wanted to learn more about him, and that is what this movie fixed for me. Captain Marvel, in fact, she shaped him to becoming the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. That he is. Yeah, without this movie, the future Marvel / Avengers movies would not exist. Every single scene with Carol and Nick Fury will touch your heart. So they had the best chemistry as pals as they go on this journey together. And Jude Law as a Yogan Raw, there is a twist with his character, but as a mentor to Carol, he takes no prisoners. Ben Mendelsohn as a Talos, the Skrulls leads. He's a more three-dimensional character than the trailers would lead you to think. I did see the Skrulls in a Fantastic Four cartoon, where the Fantastic Four were fighting Super Skrull, but to see them in Captain Marvel, that's even better. And I loved that they could shapeshift, so whenever somebody turned out to be a Skrull, it caught you off guard. Gemma Chang also killed it in her role. I won't spoil her character because that would be going into spoiler territory. Even Carol's friend in the days when she was a pilot, she was endearing and freaking awesome, and they had a lovely bond there as friends. Especially love the line from the Super Bowl TV spots. Let's show these boys how it's done. And the scene stealer is easily Goose, the adorable kitty. You'd make an adorable goose, wouldn't you, Elfie? Yes, you would. Yeah, my family are cat lovers forever. Scale-wise, this movie may not have the epic scope of Infinity War, but I love that. I love that Marvel weren't afraid to make a smaller scale movie for a change. This movie has more heart than Infinity War. Captain Marvel's action scenes for me are the greatest in the entire MCU, as they were more character-based than action-based, so they kept me on my freaking toes, especially Carol breaking out of her handcuffs in an action sequence near the opening. The train fight where she's going toe-to-toe with the lady that can shapeshift into a Skrull. That train scene even tops the train fight from Spider-Man 2. Please don't hurt me. And yeah, and even the final battle when she's finally flying out in space in her Captain Marvel uniform are just as slaying. I'm like, every single girl would want to be Captain Marvel at this moment. Yeah, and I love that. This movie isn't a formulaic Marvel film with just another male lead. Not only is this a fresh change to see a female front and centre instead of being the love interest. Thank for the MCU is no longer a sausage party, but it's also a movie that adds so much more to the superhero origin story, because there is a extraordinary twist that changes the direction of the plot entirely. Everything we knew to be true in the first act was a lie, and yeah, I absolutely loved that this movie has ballsy writing like that in it, to prevent the plot from feeling too predictable. I absolutely adore the 90s period setting with a passion, as I am a 90s kid born in 1995 in the days of Disney VHS tapes. So yeah, to see Blockbuster again and just to see my childhood days again, it was deja vu. And the character of the Supreme Intelligence, the leader of the Kree, I won't spoil that character, but let's just say you will be satisfied with what they do with that character. And I was crying and tearing up in several places in this movie, to the point where my eyes had no tears left. This is Marvel's most emotional film, and if Captain Marvel can make you cry, then it has done its job with flying colours. Yeah, and the post-credit sequence, it is literally the prologue to Avengers Endgame. Don't miss it. And if you're curious which movie I like better, Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman, I'd say Wonder Woman just slightly more, as that the ending of Wonder Woman did make me cry just a tad harder than the ending of Captain Marvel, but still both the best female lead movies ever made. Fingers crossed it will be one of those movies that gradually gains a cult following as time progresses. It is truly my favourite Marvel movie ever, and the MCU's queen. Black Panther was initially my favourite in the MCU, but it's now been dethroned by Captain Marvel. And it's my second favourite movie of 2019, behind only How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden Worlds. I give Captain Marvel 5 stars out of 5. Best movie ever. So yeah, I absolutely dug Captain Marvel. My review may receive a shit ton of hate from the haters of this movie, but it will receive a ton of love and relief from the people that are defending this movie. Yeah, and Endgame, please live up to expectation in April. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Captain Marvel? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.